In the coldest seas of Europe, where ice drifts gently on the surface and a cold blue light shines down on the seabed, a giant invader is quietly establishing its power. Far from the Russian Far East, the king crab, a master predator and a fiery red treasure of the deep sea. At this moment, the ocean is not only a place for survival, but also a battlefield for giant creatures, where every move is filled with danger. And right now, the door to the mysterious world of king crabs is gradually opening before our eyes. Go discover invasive royal crab. How this species is taking over northern seas and costing the U.S. millions. As the frigid Arctic ice drifts across the fjords, a giant creature quietly occupies the seabed, the king crab. The giant crab Paralithodes kamchatkis, with a body about 4 to 6 inches thick and super-sensitive antennae, was introduced from the Russian Far East in the late 1970s and quickly made its way into the waters of northern Europe. Not only do they hunt effectively day and night, they also travel about 6 miles per day, with each female releasing up to 400,000 larvae per year, causing the rate of invasion to exceed all predictions. Under the diver's lens, crushed shells and disappeared starfish demonstrate the destructive power of this invasive species. Giant crabs are not only an ecological threat, but also have a potential economic value of millions of dollars each season, from the cold seabed to the luxury dining table. Under the pale blue light of the Nordic seabed, the king crab's strong legs and super-sensitive antennae glide through every sand crevice and rock cavity. With each move, they dig through the sediment, discovering and capturing hidden creatures such as starfish, sea urchins, and many other bottom creatures. A single king crab can eat hundreds of starfish in just one night, causing severe damage to the fragile biodiversity of Arctic waters. Each predatory act is both a survival tactic and a demonstration of the species' overwhelming power and incredible speed of invasion, opening up a story of far-reaching ecological consequences and the potential for unanticipated spread. At the bottom of the northern European Sea, female crabs incubate their eggs for nearly a year, while male crabs guard them closely. When the time comes, hundreds of thousands of larvae drift with the ocean currents, beginning their journey of survival. Young crabs continuously molt to grow, and those that have lost limbs can regenerate them after a while. They live up to 20 to 30 years, reaching maturity after 4 to 7 years. Each year, a female can produce about 400,000 larvae. The king crab's strong reproductive capacity and high adaptability help it rapidly expand its territory, which raises controversy. Is it a valuable economic resource or an ecological threat that needs to be controlled? In the cold Nordic waters, when the king crab fishing season begins, specialized boats leave port early in the morning. The crew usually consists of 6 to 8 people, each with a clearly assigned task. They point their ships out to sea, through fjords, and seek out crabbing grounds that have been previously identified or newly identified using GPS and sonar systems that scan the seafloor. Once in an area with a high crab density, the crew begins lowering hundreds of giant trap cages made of heavy-duty steel frames covered with durable mesh, each weighing about 110 to 132 pounds.
Wipe off the lens. There we go.
What's a holy hatch or some kind of screen in the open hole when I'm poured forward?
Yeah, no, probably might get the slow down.
3-1. 3-1.
Good job with getting that bottle.
Inside the cages, they put bait of fresh herring or cod. The strong fishy smell will attract crabs from afar. Each cage is connected with a long cable. The end of the cable is tied to a buoy with a number and a locator chip attached so that they will not be lost in the sea ice. The traps are placed several dozen meters apart, forming a mining line that stretches for kilometers on the seabed. After being placed, the ship will move to another area or drop anchor to wait, usually leaving the traps in the water for 24 to 48 hours for the crabs to move in.
Riders, come up. Roger! Count was 3-1. Our last day of the first trip, we were still on crab for 40 knots.
Good job with getting that pot on.
When it is time to harvest, the crew uses hydraulic cranes to hoist each heavy cage onto the deck. Each cage can hold 20 to 30 mature crabs with dark red shells and long, strong legs.
Weather's finally come up.
Immediately, the crabs are taken to the sorting table. Those that reach commercial size are kept, while female crabs carrying eggs or young crabs are released back into the sea under strict conservation regulations. The retained crabs are weighed, the yield recorded, and then placed in cold seawater tanks on board to keep them alive until processing. Some ships have onboard flash freezing systems that can bring the temperature down to sub-zero in just minutes, locking in the flavor and quality of the meat. A successful trip can bring in 50 to 100 tons of crab during the season, with a market price of 20 to 30 US dollars per kilogram, total value reaching millions of dollars. The entire process, from searching, trapping, collecting cages, sorting to preserving, requires smooth coordination and many years of experience, because just one mistake can immediately affect output and quality. The impact of the king crab population explosion and invasive species spreading across northern waters is not only weighing on ecosystems, but also opening up a multi-million-dollar processing industry. Once caught from the cold seas, crabs are transferred straight from the boat into cold seawater tanks at the factory, where they maintain their full freshness and vitality. Here, a rigorous sorting process takes place. Weak, damaged, or substandard individuals are eliminated. Only perfect ones continue into the processing cycle. Qualified crabs are washed with high-pressure seawater to remove all impurities on the shell, then boiled or steamed in a pressure oven with carefully controlled temperature and time to preserve the natural flavor and firm, sweet meat texture. Immediately after rapid cooling, the crabs are de-legged, defleshed, or kept whole, then vacuum-packed, labeled for traceability, and stored in deep freeze storage at -18 degrees Celsius, ready for export. From the factory, king crab travels along the cold chain to high-end markets around the world, becoming a symbol of luxury on the dining table. It also reflects the huge economic industry that has been built alongside the significant ecological damage that this invasive species causes, especially in coastal waters of the United States. Each crab is not only a product of nature, but also a testament to the delicate balance between economic value and environmental conservation. From fishing expeditions to industrial-scale processing, the story of king crab does not stop at its current commercial value. Behind the production line is scientific research that reveals what has allowed this species to expand so dramatically: the ability to survive almost regardless of environmental limits. In laboratory pressure experiments, king crab larvae have shown remarkable survival at temperatures as high as 18 to 20 degrees Celsius and can survive at depths of about 1,000 meters below the sea floor. Biological results show that they still thrive even in harsh environments, far exceeding scientists' initial predictions. Forecast models show that king crabs will not only continue to dominate northern waters, but may also adapt to warmer waters, expanding their range even further. The ability to withstand high temperatures, live at great depths, and migrate over long distances makes this species both a potential ecological threat and a source of great economic value for the future aquaculture industry. King crabs are not only an ecological menace, but also an economic treasure. Their ability to adapt and expand their territory brings constant surprises. The ocean is always changing, and this crab proves that those changes bring new opportunities and challenges. If you want to discover more amazing secrets of the ocean, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell with Go Discover to follow the next journey.